Welcome to Neville TV with the Mophie Juice Pack Helium made for the iPhone 5. So of course this is not the first product by Mophie that is a practical little extension pack for your iPhone, but now we have of course also the one for the Samsung Galaxy S3, which you can check out in our other videos on the right side. I hope YouTube is as smart to put it there. So you can see here we have a beautiful case where we have of course some features on the back that are telling us that we can use up to 30 hours of more audio listening, 7 hours of more video playback, and of course talk time on 3G is up to 6 hours more, or on LTE or on Wi-Fi even 7 hours. For internet usage is what we will get extra with this little Mophie case, and it gives us 80% of extra battery charges. Also the Juice Pack Air, which gives us I think 100, but in our test we come up to like 70 to 75%, so that's totally fine for getting at least 1 or maybe even 2 days more if you're not a 3G but only 2G user like I am, and my iPhone is lasting this way 2 to 3 days, and with the Mophie it even lasts up to 5 days, which is quite amazing. But if you don't have so many emails, then that's totally fine. So the first thing you will see, we have here the Mophie case itself, which I didn't put together completely since it's easier for me to take it apart. But first we have also a micro USB cable inside, a little 3.5mm headphone dongle, and I will tell you just in a second why when we put the case on the iPhone. And why the micro USB is also a good question. I will tell you that also in a second. And there's of course different colors available, not only this gray or titanium-ish one for the white one. For example, there's a lighter one which I actually wanted, but the Mophie is well selling and I couldn't wait, so I just picked this color. So there's of course also a little guide here which is stuck inside. It tells us that we can up to 500 times recharge this little Mophie Helium Juice Pack, and after that maybe the battery capacity will go down like it does with actually every device, but 500 times of charging would be when you charge your iPhone every day 1.5 years, and well, everyday charging is not my thing, but if you just do it every second day then it would be 3 years, so that's totally fine. So we have here the Apple iPhone 5, that was of course not inside the box for 80 bucks, but let's just put on the Mophie Helium, and after that I can show you a little bit around the case, which actually I should do before also. It tells us again here inside we have 5 volts, 1 ampere output, input 1.5 and 5.55 watt hours. And we have a little rubber feet inside, so the back does not get scratched, even though even when there is something underneath the Apple iPhone, so that's quite nice also. And it's fixed in here, it's not like shaking inside, it feels really great. There is nothing shaking except for this little fella here, but you can't really hear that. So you can see here on the back we have a little button which tells us how full the battery is in 25% steps. I can turn on the battery right on the bottom, since leaving it turned on all the time would drain a little bit more from the iPhone than maybe in the end it will give it, since it takes also power to charge something. We have of course all access to all the buttons and the camera. What we don't have access to is the lightning port, so you can see here we have the micro USB port, which is quite handy, so you can charge it with a standard micro USB cable. You don't need the lightning cable anymore, except for if you don't want to sync over Wi-Fi, then you need your lightning cable. But actually syncing over Wi-Fi is no problem, and the micro USB cable I think is a quite handy thing, but of course syncing would be also nice over micro USB, but this way you can even use an external charger to charge this charger maybe 2 or 3 times, like this big ass Samsung charger, which has actually 33 watt hours, not only 5, so I could charge this battery case 6 times with this device. And I don't need different cables for different devices. But what's also a little bit bad about the Apple iPhone 5 and the Mophie case here is that you need this little adapter here to listen to your music wired, since the headphone connector is right here on the bottom, and you really need this here to connect your headphone. Otherwise it's so deep that if I take my regular headphone connector, it gets in there, but it's all loose and it could just fall out since it's really so deep. So if I do this, connect my headphones right there, then that works totally fine. Of course, it's not as handy as you can see here, but maybe if you don't have it in your pocket but in your purse or anywhere like that, that's totally fine. But for 80 bucks, maybe that's not the perfect feature. Otherwise, you have, of course, here on the bottom still a feature to use your sound, listen to music and make phone calls, and everything else is quite accessible too, except for maybe here on the top, the on and off switch is not as handy, since you cannot press it like this. You really have to go in with your, well, not you don't have to use a fingernail, but this way it's actually quite nice to even unlock it this way. So this looks quite nice, rubberish back, inside also rubber, 80 bucks, well, not that cheap, but I would recommend you to buy the Air, since it's not much thicker, but it gives you 100% and is only 20 bucks more. And well, compared to the Samsung Galaxy S3, now you can see again the Mophie for the Apple iPhone is quite slimmer than the one for the Samsung, and of course not as big and as ugly, but beautiful devices. Actually, it's just a handy gadget, I would guess. So this was Mophie Helium Pack. Thank you much for watching for Apple iPhone 5. The next time, please send